So this week we got a review for
Modern Warfare 3.
Yes. So I guess I could just get into it. I think I'm the only one that's finished it.
I haven't even played
I've
it.
kind of finished it.
Can I base this review off of experiences I've had with Modern Warfare 2?
No.
I'm pretty sure I could.
No.
I'm pretty sure I could.
No.
I'm
No.
pretty sure.
Can I tell you my review? It's like 2 seconds.
Okay, go.
The ending. The best part was the ending.
I don't know. I will discuss that. There was a couple of good spots that you might have forgotten. You might have forgotten because it was so early into the game.
Ugh.
But anyways, okay. So I thought the single player, the story was pretty alright, kind of confusing. At points, I was like, I'm not even sure who I am.
Was it because you forgot who the characters were?
Well, there's new characters and there's a lot of stuff going on. There's like explosions going on, and it's like follow this guy, and now you're all of a sudden you're in another part of the country or the world, and then you're like, well, okay, I'm this guy now. Now I'm in the plane, and I'm protecting the president of Russia, and now I'm in France, and now there's other shit happening. It was really confusing.
It was just all over the place, right?
The first two games are way easier to follow. Way easier. This one was just a lot of stuff going on at once.
You just probably smoked so much weed that you can't
Okay,
catch up.
Whatever. I was smoking weed while playing the first two, okay?
And now it's catching up to you.
Whatever.
I play.
Whatever.
I'm playing.
So anyways, yes. So I thought the story was good. What I remember was all right. The gameplay pretty fun, a lot of explosions, although there was some problems that I did not like about it, and I will talk about that. So there's a follow cursor over some characters, and it's not always there, but it's there for the most part throughout the game. It's like the mission markers, if you played the first two, and even Black Ops and World at War.
Like your objective is like 30 meters away.
Yeah, you got to go 30 meters over here. And then that's basically what the follow works, and you have to go to it. That's what's my problem with it, is that you have to follow them. And if you don't...
There's no flexibility?
No flexibility. If you don't go to the guy that says follow, basically you won't advance the story. You'll just be shooting guys, or nobody will be spawning. You'll just be sitting there doing nothing. So you have to go to the follow. You have to basically treat it like it's a mission marker. You gotta go there. And my problem with that is, most of the time you're following Price, and he's not fast. I want to run. Let's start running, Price.
And he's not fast.
Well, I'm always ahead of him. And I'm like, come on, dude. Stop. He's like covering behind a wall or some cover. And I'm just like, dude, there's no one here anymore. We killed everyone. Let's go. What are you doing? And it's just annoying because you have to follow him.
It's like the AI couldn't recognize that, this section has been done.
Yeah,
Let's move on.
Pretty much. So, and another problem is some parts I thought that the follow cursor was supposed to be there, but it wasn't. So I was just like, dude, I don't know who I'm supposed to follow. And he's saying, yo, come follow me. I'm beside this statue. And I was like, just that one part. Okay, so there's a tank. And
that part.
Yeah, there's a tank. And he's shooting at you. And you gotta follow Soap, but he has no follow me cursor over his head. And I'm just like, well, where the fuck is he? And where's this statue he's talking about? So I must have died like 6 times there before I was like, oh, I gotta wait for him to get there to go to the statue.
So you have to wait for him to say.
Yeah, so I was at the statue at a point, and the tank still killed me. But I have to wait for Soap to get there to go to that tank, to go to beside the statue, so that the tank doesn't see me. If you do that before Soap says to go, I can't. You can't do it. You just have to wait, basically. And there's no follow cursor, so you basically have to just figure it out at that point. The game is very linear. You're going from point A to point B, shooting people in between, and then loading screen, and then another mission. Repeat. And you're just pretty much doing that. There's a lot of awesome shit that happens in this game, but it's just, you're doing what the game wants you to do. You can't, there's no exploring in this, really. There's some stealth parts that aren't very intense. They're not very like you don't go like, oh god, I gotta cover here because they're gonna find me.
Like when you're under the bridges, where you're in the docks with Price.
Mm-hmm.
This is after
In the water
a
near
certain
the
part,
end.
yeah, and there's a bunch
Yes.
of bodies, but you just walk.
You're just following him. Yeah, you're just
Stop.
following him.
You don't duck and hide. You don't pull a body over your face so that.
Well, so the first game, the first Modern Warfare, there was a part where there was tanks and there was guys walking literally right next, like they were basically right over you, and you were wearing camo, and you were hiding in tall grass, and they were like next to you.
Level.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were like, holy shit, man, dude, they're gonna get me. There's no way. And that felt like you were controlling it. And even if you got caught, you could still possibly get out of that situation and whatnot. But in this one, it's not even like that. If they catch you, it's not that you will die and you will go game over. They will kill Price. Price won't even try to defend himself. He's just like, oh, dead. And you're like, Price has been killed. Fuck you. And you're like, oh, I don't want to stealth here, but you're basically forced to stealth because they'll kill your partners. And you will have to restart if they do that. So basically, you just have to do what they tell you to do, and you gotta they instruct you. It's like, do this, okay? I'm gonna go prone right now, okay? And it's like that the entire game. I don't like it. And Slime is saying that on Veteran you have to do them on stealth or you're fucked. And to me, Call of Duty's never been fun on Veteran. None of them. Not Call of Duty 1, not Call of Duty 2. Never played any Call of Duties on Veteran. That difficulty can go fuck itself in the butt because I'm not playing those games on Veteran. It's so I don't like it. It's hard. It's hard in a cheap way that I don't know. People respawn when you just killed them 2 seconds ago, and you're like, no, fuck this. I'm switching difficulties because this is stupid. So yeah.
Like, is it not challenging or is it just lame?
Oh, it's challenging, but that's because it's just unfair. It's just unfair. You're not. It's just stupid.
Can
it's
you
not
say that you're lacking
in
in skill?
No.
You know what? I'm not gonna bash him today. I'm not gonna.
No, I mean, but just like in general, like because you're doing bad for a reason, right? Or is it just like something stupid, like? And you mentioned earlier you shoot him and then he respawns. Like that's pretty shitty. That's lame.
Well, so when I played Modern Warfare 2, there's this part where I had no ammo left. I was like, okay, I'll just backtrack and go get the ammo from the people I just killed. But when I turned around, they spawned back. And I had no ammo, and I was like, fuck, I'm going to die. And that took me like a good 15-20 minutes to get out of that situation because I had to re-kill everybody to get their guns. So it's just cheap stuff like that. I don't play this on Veteran. Just play it on easy. Have fun with it. Just run and gun, basically. Just kill people because the story is pretty alright. It's just the gameplay is not that great. The gameplay, the multiplayer is alright, but I'll talk about that soon. So there's a lot of parts where you're only shooting or you're only driving. You'll never do both at the same time, and for the most part, you're just shooting. There's one part that I can remember driving, and it's the part right at the beginning with the submarines, and you're driving a boat to get out of there, and all the boats are exploding around you because you just basically launched the missiles from that submarine. And that's the part I was talking about that is pretty awesome compared to the end. That's my favorite two parts, is that submarine part and the end. But the problem with the submarine part is that they showed it at E3, all of it, all from beginning to end. It was shown at E3. And you already knew it. You already knew the best part of the game, pretty much. Yeah.
You already knew what to do.
Yep. So that was my problem with that part. But it was really fun. I thought that part was fun. But again, I knew exactly what was going on. It's hard to differ enemies from friendlies sometimes. It's not super bad. But again, they could have differentiated the enemies a little bit more. But I guess that's how Modern Warfare is nowadays. They all wear camo and stuff, and they look similar. I guess if you know weapons by heart and you're like, oh, that's a Russian weapon, then I'm not going to shoot that guy. But and you're with Russians in this game as well. There's Russian friendlies. So, I don't know. It's hard to differentiate sometimes. Well, I'm pretty sure that there was Russian friendlies in the first game, dude.
No. No Russian.
Oh, okay. That part is in this game. You experience it from another angle.
Oh, do you really?
Yes.
That's
Well, I'm not going to spoil anything, but one of your guys on your team is a Russian friendly, and he might have had a past with someone important in the game. I'm just gonna leave it at that, and you get flashbacks with him later on in the game. So the ending was, like you said, tech core. That was probably the best part. You can look it up on YouTube if you don't have the game, and it's pretty sweet. Yeah. I mean, if you played the past 2 games and you're curious,
I mean, you know what?
Yeah.
I did play Modern Warfare 1. I did play Modern Warfare 2, and I do like the story, the plot.
Yep.
So I might actually.
The only problem with it is that it's kind of short, but that didn't stop me from playing it. It's still pretty fun. I want to see how the price soap thing ended and all that. I'm just gonna say people die in this game. I'm not gonna say who, but people die.
It's like a Game of Thrones.
Okay. But you pretty much had to expect this, really. People died in the second one. People died in the first. The ending of the first game, I kind of forgot, but I looked it up, and like your best friend, like your second-hand man in the game, dies right at the end. A Russian shoots him right in front of you, right in the head, right at the end. I remember that ending being kind of cool too, but the ending of the second one was super crazy, and this one's kind of crazy as well. So that's basically it for the story. I gotta say, very linear. Story is pretty good, and just follow the cursor. If there's a cursor on the screen, go to it. It doesn't matter. There's parts where there's still enemies shooting at you. It doesn't matter. Just run for the cursor, and they'll stop shooting at you. Just keep running, basically. Yep.
Even if there's like waves and waves of people coming, you just you know what, run past them.
Yeah, if
just
you can get through it, just go through it, because that'll end them.
Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, those waves will not stop. You will think you'll come to a point where you killed people, a lot of people, and you're down to like the last 2 bullets, and you're like, yeah, okay, I can move on to the next segment of the game. But no, there's more waves, and the only way to surpass that is to go progress.
And yeah, they had that in the last 2 games, but it wasn't as apparent in this. Even like Battlefield 3 had a lot of moments like that too, where you had to go to the cursor or else the event wouldn't trigger. So people would keep spawning, or people wouldn't spawn at all, and you're just like, it's like this in this game too. If you get ahead of the cursor, the follow cursor, nobody's gonna spawn, and then you'll turn around, and then they'll spawn where exactly you were 2 seconds ago before going to the follow. So that's basically my review of the single player. After you beat it, it's like go into Spec Ops. So I played a little bit of Spec Ops before I played the single player. It's okay. It's not as good as Modern Warfare 2, because in Modern Warfare 2 was new. They had some cool missions in there. They had that bridge mission that was cut from the single player that was added into Spec Ops, and that mode, that map was pretty goddamn sweet. I like that. And there's a couple maps in Spec Ops that I liked. There's one with the plane mission from the single player. You get to play that again, but from the Russians' point of view. So that was cool. That was pretty cool. And there's another one, but I forget what it is. But I think that was probably my favorite one that I played. I have not played all of them. I think there's 16 or something like that. But they were all pretty standard stuff. Oh, there was one with the turret, and you played 2 players, and it was pretty cool. Like one was on a turret, and they had to like defend the other guy to go forward, to go onto a computer to hack. And yeah, anyways.
I did that on Halo.
Yeah, it's Spec Ops. It's fun, but I had more fun with the Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops. But yeah, it's there. 16 missions. Once you finish it, though, I doubt you'll want to replay them. Just like the single player. Once you finish all that stuff, you're gonna go into the multiplayer and just keep playing that. Even if you like, I don't know. I'm just gonna talk about the multiplayer. I don't think it's good.
Really?
There's no. If you're into Call of Duty, you will love this. But I'm over it. I'm done. Black Ops Online, I liked it. They added some stuff in there that was cool, like money. There was a money system, so you could buy perks and stuff like that. I think that they should have kept that for Modern Warfare 3, but they basically went back to the same system with Modern Warfare 2.
A lot of my buddies who were, who are Modern Warfare enthusiasts, and they don't really like Battlefield, that kind of group. they actually, they returned their copies of Modern Warfare 3, and they're like, fuck this, we're just gonna go back to Black Ops.
Or Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah,
Really?
because they're like,
What's
it's
wrong with
nothing, nothing. It's just the same thing.
There's nothing wrong. It's just all the things that Black Ops changed. They're not in here. I think they added like 2 modes in here that were from Black Ops, but that's it. They went back to you're basically leveling. You even level up your weapons in this individually, so you can get like less recoil after a while, or better scopes that are more accurate and stuff like that.
So like Battlefield.
So it's a lot like Battlefield, yes. It's which is weird. It's like, dude, I don't know why they decided to do that. They should have kept the money system from Black Ops.
It was a good. I liked that.
Yeah, me too. Something that they changed is they're called support kill streaks, I believe, and you can drop like med packs or whatever they're called. I'm trying to remember from the helicopters. What do you call that? Care packages.
Yeah.
So there's some.
You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, when I went for the pre-order for Assassin's Creed Revelations, the midnight release, there was a guy there that actually, like, I was talking about Battlefield and Call of Duty, and this guy comes out of nowhere. Like, he was quiet the entire time. He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm not huge on Battlefield. I'm a pretty good COD player, but I returned my game yesterday." I'm like, really? Like, what's wrong with it? And he pretty much said the exact same things that you guys are saying right now. Like, he just, he didn't like the changes, I guess.
Or lack
of changes.
Lack of
There's
changes.
no
Or
changes.
Well, no, I mean like that he didn't like the fact that they moved away from the money system, and he didn't like the way the perks system works now, and
Well,
I think
I guess kill confirmed wasn't enough to hold the audience.
I think
I kind of was
I think-
expecting that. Sorry, go.
I think Call of Duty, who made it this time? Infinity Ward or
Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games and maybe some other studio. I don't know.
So basically, I guess they knew that they had to change something, but I think they just maybe changed the wrong things, maybe.
Well, so when World at War came out, they added some stuff in there too that Infinity Ward didn't add, and that's kind of like they've always had a little war between them. It's like Infinity Ward was like, "Dude, we made this game. Fuck you. This is our game and our engine." So I'm not surprised that they didn't add everything Black Ops did, because they didn't do that for Modern Warfare 2 as well. So I don't know. It's just it's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing, and yeah. That's all I have to say. The only thing that I think that they added that's cool is, like I said, the support kill streaks. You're not gonna kill people with these things, but basically, if you die, your number doesn't go back to 0. So let's say you have a support kill streak that's 8. If you die, it doesn't matter. As long as you get 8 kills in a game, you'll get to use it. So I think that's pretty cool. But again, like, they didn't really change all that much. And I don't know what else I can say about this game, really. It's the same thing. It's Modern Warfare.
So I technically could make a review out of Modern Warfare 2 and pretty much pass it as Modern Warfare 3.
Almost.
Yeah, you just need to know the story. That's
about
it.
That's the reason I played this game, was I just wanted to finish a story and say, like, yes, I finished it. I know how it ends.
It should have been a movie. It should have just been a movie.
And that's the weird thing.
I would watch it. I would watch a Modern Warfare movie.
Well, you can watch the game from beginning to end on YouTube. Just saying. It's like
That's
a
true.
14
And then
part.
do a review.
No, but then you have to, like, watch someone else maybe suck at it too.
Well, the first video I showed of the single player, that was that guy. That he has a 14-part thing on YouTube, and he didn't seem to suck. It seemed like he advanced.
Just saying, like, I'm a backseat gamer, I guess. When I'm watching somebody game, I just kind of start pulling out my hair. Like, even if they're doing really well, I just kind of.
That's how Matt is when he watches me play.
No,
So I get
Modern Warfare. No, I could stand watching you play that. Just Gears of War. I was like, go on, cover, run.
I guess it was just curious.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no. With the first-person shooters, I'm like, okay, no, I can handle watching people suck at that. That's okay. But with Gears, I'm just like, and you, no, it's just because I knew you could do better. That's all. Like I was just like, come on,
You
you
had
know the
faith in you.
controls.
I know, but getting stuck behind those goddamn walls is frustrating.
Just when in doubt, just press A lot. That's
that's
Gears
true.
of War. So,
That's Gears 4.
huh?
Did you say Gears 4?
No, Gears of War.
Oh, okay.
Gears of
of
War.
War.
That's the next game. Yeah.
You're 4 people. I don't know if I ever brought this up on the podcast. I think I probably did, but the next Brothers in Arms games is called Furious 4.
Oh, that's cool.
And what, you're 4
Do you
players?
think?
Yeah, you're 4 players.
And is it like a multiplayer 4? Like,
Yeah, you co-op. But no, what I was
Co-op.
gonna say is Okay, so the Fast and the Furious. The 4th one was called Fast and Furious. They removed the "thes" in the title, and the 5th one is called Fast 5. How awesome would it have been if they called the 4th Fast and Furious 4?
yep.
That would make sense. That would have been the best title ever. I would have seen Furious 4. I did not see Fast and Furious. Fast
I did.
5.
It was good.
I didn't see all Fast
I haven't
5,
seen.
but
I haven't seen Fast 5 yet, but I want to.
I want to as well. The Rock.
I love him.
All right. So, anyways, I'm gonna give this.
Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5. It's middle of the road. It depends. It really depends who you are. If you love Modern Warfare and you want more of it, this game's for you. If not, don't bother. Just if you have Modern Warfare 2 and that game suffices for you, or even Black Ops, and you're like, yeah, I've had enough of Black Ops. This probably ignore this one. Probably don't get this one. That's my review of Modern Warfare 3.